Hello everyone, this is Oliver from Neo and today we are going to talk about cold brewing green tea. The other day I did a comparison of a Karigane, so a high grade Gyokuro stem tea, and I compared the hot brewing versus the cold brewing. But then somebody came up with the question, but Oliver, you didn't even show me how to brew this cold brew green tea. And so I decided today that I will do just a short session on showing you how to actually brew a cold brew green tea. So, what do you actually need for a cold brew green tea? One very simple and one amazing thing. What you need is actually one of these here. So, in Japan, there's Hario. This is the brand. It's called like this. And you can find this bottle in several Japanese shops if you have them around, or you just buy a normal bottle with a sifter on top of it, because here inside here you have a very simple sifter which you can use for a cold brew green tea, and then the leaves just stay in the bottle and they don't pass through and go into your tea. And this is actually already it. So it's a very simple thing to just brew your cold brew green tea with one of these bottles. You open it up, then you just prepare it, and what you need is clearly you need the green tea. In this case I have a Fukamushi from Mr. Sato from Shizuoka. So Fukamushi, a deep steamed green tea, a great tea to do cold brew green tea because it has small leaves, because it just is always giving the maximum of surface to the water, making it easy to brew as a cold brew green tea, making it very savory. The deep steaming of the tea is actually bringing out all the sweet notes, the fruity notes. The stringency is down, the stringency is low, so it's a perfect tea to cold brew, and additionally it gives an amazing color to the water. So we just take 5 grams. You don't really need much more. Some people take more, some people take around 10 grams even for a cold brew. I am of the opinion that use the least amount of leaves for the maximum of taste. So 5 grams is, in my opinion, more than enough. And you can see it here, a very beautiful tea. Just a little bit, it seems a little bit dusty, the tea, but it is not dust. It's just due to the Fukamushi style of steaming the tea after the harvest. The tea gets a little bit more of kind of brittle leaf shape and brittle consistency, brittle leaves which just break a little bit easier, make them a little bit smaller, but on the other hand give like this a great opportunity for the cold brew to maximize the flavor, to maximize the color and the sweetness of the tea in the cold water. So we have 5 grams here. We just take it and we put it in here in the bottle straight to the bottom. And what you do is you take cold water. Use, if possible, for the cold brew green tea, use filtered water. Either you filter it yourself or you take mineral water with a soft taste. Important. Cold brew is a very fine tea, so it doesn't really or the maximum of taste and breadth of taste you have it in the hot brew. In the cold brew it's much more the finer, it's much more the sweeter, it's much more the smaller leaves on smaller tones of the tea taste which are coming out. So use, if possible, a filtered water or a soft water from a mineral water or a bottled water company. Good. Then we just fill it up. In this case I take 800 milliliters of water, put it down, close it, and then I'm gonna wait for 45 minutes up to an hour is the amount of time I suggest you to give. You can also do it overnight, you can also do it during several hours, but don't do it much less than a half an hour, because still the cold brewing needs some time to develop. The cold brewing, the leaves need some time to really give their full flavor profile to the water. In the cold brewing, the time is a little bit longer, so in a hot brew, as you know, 1 minute or even 40 seconds for a Fukamushi is enough. With the cold brewing, it just needs more time to really give its full flavor profile and then color to the water. So really use the time. If you have it, 1 hour is perfect, and then the longer you go, the more intense it will become. You can also brew it overnight. And ta-da! After 1 hour we are finished. We have our Fukamushi, and what you really can see is this intense green color of the tea. It's just very, very, very beautiful how Fukamushi already in the hot brew gives a beautiful color to the tea water, and also in the cold brew you have it just in the perfect way. I really love this jade green intense color of the tea. And now let's see how the taste is like when we try it from the 1 hour cold brewed tea. Good. So let's have a look. Already in the nose, it's quite fruity. It has an intense fruity taste, I would say. So it's a little bit of green apple, pear, and even slight melony taste. So let's go and have a sip of this tea. What is great about cold brew is that it's really soft, and it's really on the side of this smooth softness. So it's just an amazing tea in terms of sweetness. It's a creaminess, so there's a slight cashew nut creaminess to it. There's I have a lot of fruit, a lot of pear, so I really got this pear fruity, slightly green apple, but without the acidity. It's a very smooth and sweet tea. I even got a slight hint of banana as well, but very, very small, because it still keeps this freshness, this greenness, this kind of light fruitiness of the tea. And there's a small cucumbery. The good thing is I always get this cucumbery note of the cold brew. In every cold brew I do, I have this refreshing cucumber taste, which I like a lot. So you have an astonishingly strong fruitiness of the tea, and then later it develops into some kind of a beautiful kind of a cucumbery note, but without really driving off into kind of the sweetness of, or the savory note, or a kind of a nearly a brothy note. This is not at all the case. So it really stays on the side of the fruitiness, which is beautiful. And this you can do with any tea. Fukamushi, as I said, is my favorite for cold brew green tea, as from the color side already very beautiful, but also from the taste side, just this slight fruitiness, pear, a little bit of green apple, a little bit of banana, a little bit of a creamy cashew nut note, but without drifting off into a too veggie, into a too savory note. So a very beautiful tea to do cold brew with. Something I suggest you to try at home. And if you don't have a Fukamushi cold brew green tea or green tea, just use any other green tea. It works with every green tea you have at home, and it's just in hot summer days, in hot summer times, it's just an amazing experience, and it's a highly refreshing beverage. This is it. Thanks a lot for watching today. We're gonna see each other tomorrow. See you then, and bye bye.